Hello, everybody. I like when I start like that. Hello, everybody. It sounds so fruity. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Son of a Beach. I have not yet changed the name of the channel, but I'm going to be doing it very, very soon. Son of a Beach. And as of right now, it's past midnight. I have just completed my almost 40-day fast, and I'll call it an almost 40-day fast because I know it was 30 days or so, but I didn't actually start calculating. I don't remember how many days. At some point, I lost track, and then I started my devotionals, 21-day devotional. So due to the devotional, I was better able to keep track. But I think it was almost 40 days, you know. And so I've been doing my fasting. Generally, you shouldn't tell people. I'm not one of those people like I don't really care to make things so complicated. I would have my I don't eat. The way I do it is I don't eat during the day and then I eat at night. So as soon as the sun is up, I don't eat, and then after sunset, I eat. But so that's just how it's been flowing and how it's been going for me. Now, for some reason, I've been also getting a lot of messages about Persephone and Logun Ede, who is an entity who had that 6 months in heaven, or 6 months as male, 6 months as female kind of thing going on. But anyways, so in the energy that I've been embodying, and this has been coming as well with Persephone. So, having just completed my fast, I am feeling quite light. I feel I feel like I accomplished something really major. It's how I feel. Like I accomplished something really, really, really major. I feel like I had a point to make, and I had a point to make, and I made it. I feel like I purged out, and the last few days during the purge were the last few days during this purge, the last few days during this purge were something, you know, and I love it, you know. Excuse me, because that was exactly the point of it. So it was good. I feel light, I feel fun, I feel happy, I feel like myself again. I don't regret anything, and I mean, if anything, these past few days have just proven to me that I am something. I had them shooketh. I had them shook. I am a one-man army, Lord. Some people have to go out and pay other people to do their work and run around and do. I just show up and I like I'm Zeus or something, and or maybe Shango, or I don't know, Oya or something. Like the weather goes all funky, and I hear that it's too like I hear that it's too raining in Dallas, or like the water is still going crazy in Dallas or something. But I think, or in Texas in general, but I think they're like getting everything sorted out. So that's beautiful. They were supposed to have been prepared, so it's very necessary. They should have been prepared. But anyways, it feels good. I feel light. I feel like I have proven myself yet again worthy. Sometimes I really have to sit and ask myself, like, how did you get to a place where you ever really thought that you were not the best damn thing that ever worked? Like, how did you ever let anybody, any mentality, any thought process, anything make you question, doubt, second guess yourself? Like, and even now, sometimes when it still happens, I find myself, and I have to ask myself, like, I like sometimes I'm just like, are you okay? Like, do you not see what you're capable of? Do you not see what you can do? Do you not see? And I did ask my questions. I did a video, so I guess my question was answered because I did a video and I titled it something like Two Ways Only. And I talked about, my moving from Cali to passing through Utah and going to Texas. And, I mentioned there that so essentially it was saying two ways only. I was either going to get my answer or dot dot dot, and I got my answer. I just got my answer tonight. So it was actually, I got my answer a few days ago. I have actually done a video about twin flames, but I'm not going to be releasing that because there's a message that came up to me about the twin flame dynamic. I don't know if this is as pertaining to this particular one, but I do know that a message did come up very strongly about twin flame dynamics. And the past, the future, but I didn't release it. I tried to upload it, but it took too long, and I was just like, maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't be releasing it. Maybe some people are just needing to go through their lessons and go through their processes, and they'll get there when they get there. That's really, in a way, not my problem, even though we're all the same and we're all going through. I mean, we're all the same essentially, but sometimes people are just going through different lessons, and we should let them go through them. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna let it be exactly where it is. And I decided to do this video instead, celebrating the completion of my almost 40 days, and I'm gonna say almost 40 days fasting. And it's funny because when I think about the 40 days fast, I think about when the devil came to Jesus, manifested to Jesus, and he said, if you would betray yourself, if you would betray your father, I will give you the whole world. And Jesus was like, you know, nah, bruh, thank you. Ain't nothing that you got for me, nah, bruh. Just like, bruh, go back to hell. And then the devil's ass showed up again, and he's like, "Oh, you say you're the son of God? How come you're over here starving and homeless in the wilderness? Why don't you turn stone into bread?" And Jesus looked at him and was like, "But the word says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the Father's mouth." And I just liked how Jesus had this way of just like countering the devil. Every time the devil tried to come at him, he just had this way of countering the devil. He already knew what the devil was, and he already knew what the devil's weakness was, and it was that the devil actually really had no power. Just like it had no power of his own, just illusion of power. You know, it was just an illusion of power, and he knew that he had the power. So it was. I actually really like when and to some degree, this is what I was modeling. Ooh, my solar plexus chakra is throbbing. So to some degree, this is exactly what I was designing this experience around, I guess you could say. Um, Getting to that place where you come to the realization that your connection with the Most High, with God, is something so divine, something so untouched, something so untouchable that you don't really need anybody, anything to in any way interrupt, interfere, or it's kind of like getting to that place where you understand that really everything that you need is within you, and everybody that is needed will be attracted to you naturally. And it's also coming to the place where you understand that every single person that has come to you through the Father. Whether to teach you lessons to break your, whether to teach you lessons through breaking your heart, teach you lessons through, and you guys saw me go right back into that energy because, first of all, Mercury retrograde, but also because that was what, again, the fasting was for. I'm seeing a snake coiling, like wrapping around itself, but it doesn't really look like a snake. It looks like a worm, but it looks like a snake, but it's like more like a worm. It's not scaly. The skin is just like, it's like it's like an eel. Like the skin, like it doesn't have scales. I don't know why I'm seeing this. It's coiling. within itself, and it's like dark colored. I know I usually say I like snakes, but this one looks weird. Which actually makes me think like I had a dream last night and I had some visitations and I woke up and I just broke it off, you know. And I love I love how easy it's becoming for me to just be able to do that. Like I'll sleep, I have a dream, I'll see something, or even when I'm not sleeping, sometimes I'll be fully awake and I'll have a vision of something that's coming or something that's infiltrated my shield or trying to get its warm its way into my energy, and I just like break it off, you know, and I don't even have to like I woke up and I just laid in bed and I was like, you're either gonna do two things. You're either gonna understand that you are power, you are the physical embodiment of power, you're the physical embodiment of the universe, you're the physical embodiment of God, you're the physical embodiment of all good things, or you're gonna lay here and panic and fear and be worried about some dumb shit which is not gonna get anything done. So I just laid back in my bed and it took me like 30 minutes, just went through a few things in my head, you know, recited a few passages for myself, understood a few things, saw the thoughts forming, saw the seed forming, plucked it out of where it was, and I tossed it into the trash, and I kept on moving. So, and I love my ability to do that now. I love that I really just feel so invincible, and I really don't even have to be so worried about anything or like I don't have to worry about anything. Everything just kind of flows to me, everything comes to me, everything in my life really does move so beautifully and so harmoniously. And to be here, having completed this major journey, to be here, having completed and having had this understanding, to be here now, and my answer is mine. And I know that I have a future ahead of me. Like now, like, and this is what I'd already been planning to do prior to me completing. Like today, I made a list of like 11 things that I want to do. I think I'm gonna jump right into my tarot, change the name of the channel, jump into my tarot reading again, and then try to figure out other things as I'm moving along. I definitely am gonna start writing again. I just got some really good incentive, not really anything directly for me, but I got some really good incentive. And there's a novel that I've been kind of playing with. I was gonna write it in a manner of like Death Note. Do you guys know Death Note? It's a Japanese anime where there's a book and the characters essentially like whoever, if they write the name of the character in it, the character dies. Like if they write like if the main character writes the name of anybody in the book and like writes it a certain kind of way, the person would die that way, you know. And I thought about it and I was like, ew, like that's, I don't want to make it so sinister. I'm not really in that energy of sinister and cynicism and dirt and ugliness, you know. I mean, yeah, every now and then you want to make a point, but like, yeah, I mean, I like dark stuff. I do. I like dark movies. I like magic. I like things that are kind of like, you know, I mean, I have a moon in Pisces. Come on now. You know, that's like double Piscean energy. And, you know, because the moon is regulated, a lot of people say the moon is Cancer, which is true, but actually the moon also regulates Pisces, which a lot of people, the moon card, at least in tarot, regulates Pisces, which a lot of people don't know. And of course, we have Neptune there as well in Pisces and Jupiter. You know, I always say Pisces is the house of endless possibilities and astral realms and blah, blah, blah. And I have Aries, which is the original first house in the eighth house of Scorpio, and my North Node in Scorpio in the third house of Gemini, which is about communication, information, blah, 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 blah. So, and I have Aries, which is the first house of self identity, blah, 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 or at least the embodiment of it in Scorpio, in the eighth house of Scorpio, which is about occultism, secrets, darkness, trauma, etc. But because my energy, all of my energies are dharmic, Like I even say, even with my Mars and Jupiter in the first house, Jupiter kind of overwhelms Mars energy. Well, generally, and having any two planets in there, it cancels any malefic energy that. So, if let's say, for example, you have Mars in the first house, just by itself, Mars is a malefic planet. Saturn is a malefic planet. But if you have Saturn retrograde and Mars retrograde, it cancels out the malefic. If you have Jupiter there or Venus or anything else, especially Jupiter, the most benevolent, the strongest and most benevolent energy, it really will cancel out the Mars energy. So I have a lot of dharmic placements. My Saturn is dharmic. My like pretty much all my placements in my chart are dharmic. So and they're blessed. So and divine. So it makes it very, very hard for me to not be, even my Scorpio and Anuradha. So it makes it very, very hard for me to not want to seek understanding and enlightenment. And now that I really do feel like I have just about everything that I could possibly want or need, I have the comfort, I have family around, I have love. I mean, I have connections. I have it's just like I've been sitting and waiting, and I know, well, actually a big part of why I've been waiting so much is because of this fast, and I wanted to complete it because it is kind of hard to really kind of do certain things when you're fasting, because especially the more you do it, because the body does wear down and it becomes a bit tired, your sleeping schedule is also a little bit off sometimes, at least for me, and this Mercury retrograde has definitely done that as well. So now I feel like tomorrow I'm gonna have to do so many different videos, and I'm gonna start uploading them slowly, slowly, slowly. But I'm also gonna be doing getting back into tarot. I don't know if I should start tomorrow or a little bit later, but I'm definitely planning on starting to get into tarot as soon as possible. Make even if it's 1,000 a month, no problem for me. All my bills are being taken care of at this point, so whatever I can do to sustain myself, and then also have some kind of side income, quote unquote, to carry things forward, is perfect for me. And yeah, so how y'all been doing? I am something like I am truly amazed by myself sometimes. I am amazed. I am amazed at the energies that I've undertaken and overtaken. Truly amazed. But like the Bible passage says, if God be for me, who, who can be against me? Hallelujah. Amen. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.